Great googly moogly. This reminds me of like the DS era from Verdi's Requiem. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host and Legolas of the Larynx, Ken Levine. I'm a singer and vocal coach here on YouTube, and today we are looking at Ozzy Osbourne, Diary of a Madman. But before we do that, I'd just like to remind you all, please remember to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, all that stuff. Helps out with the channel and helps you so you don't miss out on any of the great stuff that we review, look at, produce here on the channel. Okay. It's Ozzy time. Or is it Randy Rhoads time? I don't know. Who takes the limelight here? Let us discover this one. This one crossed my path and I thought, you know what? Let's take a listen. Ozzy is one of my favorite metal vocalists. He's such a clean singer. And I thought this would be a good one to look at. 3, 2, 1. It always happens. 3, 2, 1, go. Beautiful guitar sound off the top here. It almost sounds like two guitars. I'm hearing like the pluck of the pick against the steel strings, as well as the tone from the guitar, and then this wonderful sort of mournful, melancholy sort of reverb that just stretches all the way across the sonic spectrum here. Beautiful. Very classical sounding. Okay, so this is a brilliant, off-putting syncopation. It's unsettling off the top. Of course, I'm looking at this animation of Diary of a Madman. Of course, only a madman would write something in that syncopated 7/8. And I'm just casting my memory back to last week where we took a listen to Rush and their seminal work from Moving Pictures, Tom Sawyer, which again has that unsettling syncopation, but this one I think leverages it a little bit more to it's jarring, like we're a little bit out of time. Time isn't flowing naturally and easily, and I think that speaks to the theme of this particular song and album. And I love Ozzy. He's just, there's such a flair for the dramatic, and I think, in realityville, madness doesn't look quite like this. But Ozzy plays it up and becomes sort of the madman of our imagination. At the window, watch me die another day. Hopeless situation, endless price I have to pay. That is going beyond me. There's no Diary of a madman, walk the line again today. Okay, again, here we have that signature Ozzy sound, that forward placement, the high larynx, diary of a madman, like that really forward, but still beautifully produced, a lovely tone. The interesting thing is how they place his voice in the mix, and then there's that layering thing that Ozzy is so well. I mean, that's part of how we perceive Ozzy sound, which is so cool to listen and hear him be so consistent with that throughout, what I've observed from his work. Whoa, cool chord change there. Man, Randy Rhoads, that guitar sound is living inside my head right now. I just feel it reverberating around in my cranium. And I got to tell you, it's very, what's the word, beguiling. It draws you in. You feel like you're being led along like by that serpent from the Jungle Book, trust in me, your madness is just all a part of who you are. I will reveal to you the truth. Marching towards something. You can feel it building here. Oh man, the hair on the back of my neck was standing up. The lead up with Ozzy's vocal, which is just so, it details such mental and emotional anguish all the way through it. There's so much raw beauty in that vocal, and then going through that build up towards where we have Randy Rhoads, really take control of that distorted guitar. And it was so satisfying. I don't know what to say. It was just like, okay, this is what we needed. This is what we needed right at this moment. And you could feel it. You could feel the anticipation was, I felt like I was being strung along, like, okay, is it going to be here? No, there's still more to say. And then you have those, the choir oohing and awing in the background. At least it sort of felt like, it might have been a real vocal choir behind there, not some sort of synth fabrication. I don't know. Maybe one of you clever gents or ladies out there might know the truth about that wonderful sort of choir nebulous sound that was sort of quasi-angelic, and of course leads us down the descent into that beautiful guitar solo. You might know, maybe you know, maybe I'm wrong. There's more solo!
Voices in the darkness scream away my mental health, and I ask a question to help me save me from myself. And instead of the pages underneath me, Monday to Sunday it's raging, set me free.
Great googly moogly. This reminds me of like the Dies Irae from Verdi's Requiem. Like this is the tortures of the damned here. The voices, the multiple voices that are coming in the stereophonic field here that I have my headphones on. That's what that speaks to me, like this descent of unrelenting torture that the individual is going through in understanding that I feel like I'm going mad. I think I'm not wrong in that. And here's the proof, but I can't stop it. That knowledge doesn't prevent it from happening. It's a real choir. Yeah, okay. What an epic tune. What an wonderful. So going back to Ozzy's sound and what he does with his voice to sort of elicit that kind of range of emotions that he has, that you feel instantly sympathetic to the character. And I liken it, you know, what I sense he's doing technically, and he doesn't sound like anyone else. Like when you listen to it, he has his unique sound, very authentically him. Some people don't think it's beautiful. I think it's gorgeous. I think there's just something pure, almost like what do you call it? A choir boy sort of purity in essentially in that sound. That kind of high piercing, high laryngeal movement that really goes to the heart of, you know, where you sit emotionally. Anyway, I think that that's a good example of that. And of course, Randy Rhoads, holy smokes, what an incredible composition. So much going on there. Not entirely sure when Diary of a Madman came out. Was it in the early 80s? Somebody can fill me in down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this tune. What did you think of my take? Did I miss something? I know I missed a lot. There's obviously a ton going on in this tune, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Teach me, oh great internet. Okay, so now if you are one of those singers that wants to try and emulate the sound of Ozzy and are not sure where to start, I strongly recommend you reach out to a vocal coach. They can school you on the basics and help leverage your sound so you can start bringing out new colors in your voice. Don't do it on your own. Reach out to someone. There might be someone living in your neighborhood. Man, that is the best way to learn one-on-one. However, that's not always possible in today's day and age. You can certainly reach out to one of us here in the YouTube community. Lots of great talented vocal coaches to choose from. Don't have to work with me. I care about your voice and your vocal longevity, and it doesn't matter who. Just make sure you get some guidance along the way. But if you want to work with me, I'll be sure to leave those links down below in the description. Get a hold of me at my Wizzy page or kenlevinevocalcoach.com as well. Please remember to hit that subscribe button. One last pitch. Thank you. All of those who are subscribers and are following and are contributing, thank you so much. You're helping to build this fabulous community of music aficionados, people who love wonderful voices and good singing. And if you have made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.